much?
Except it's
All right, this is what's really happening. And what's really happening is, wait, let's just start over here. Kelly from Hydra Yoga Therapy. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
San Jose, California.
Uh-huh.
Home of Kung Fu Vampire.
Oh?
And, no, not going to mention comedians.
That one fella's really popular, though.
Who? Let's see if we don't like this guy. Who is it? Who am I like? Well, I'm not going to.
You're asking people who can't remember names.
I'm not. Oh, you don't like. You don't like him? Or
No,
like
I
him?
love him. He's very popular.
Oh, you
Yeah.
just can't remember him?
Mm-mm.
Well, what did he
Becomes rude.
joke about? Because you just can't remember.
Just drawing a blank.
Yeah, he's very popular. I'll look him up.
Is he?
I'll look him up.
This is going to be a great
Is he of
podcast.
Hispanic descent?
You know, I don't want to describe
Well, that's why I
people
said Hispanic. Instead of
ethnically
like
and in terms
doing
of
the
their
usual people would do.
sexual preferences.
Oh,
You could.
oh, sexual preference. Oh, you must be talking about David Stolowitz. Yeah,
That's all it took.
yeah.
Yes, I finished that too.
all it
But
took.
he's so funny, and he always mentions San Jose, and everyone always cheers, and it's lovely. And he
Oh,
talks about what it's
man.
really like growing up here. So
You know, I think this is like a new party game.
We
Name
got-
that name. Name that name and like 10 clues.
This is a new game I
Yeah.
should do. Like, if I have comedians on,
Yeah, like charades for people.
because
who
I think if
can't
I did it with
remember.
if I did this kind of game with musicians to guess who the comedian is, and it's a local one, they might have no idea, and that would be just boring. Because then it would just be me. Like, come on, you've gotta have known this guy, and that would be 2 hours.
2 hours. He's the one that did the thing. That, you know.
Yeah,
one
and
with
then
the-
and the
Mhm.
fact that I probably won't even remember what to say. So, oh, you looked him up, Kelly?
Oh, it was starting to list all sorts of San Jose comedians. I mean, San Jose is pretty hot for comedy, right? Especially
Apparently.
downtown San Jose, they have comedy nights. Have you ever?
I have not
Mhm.
done comedy in San Jose yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Huh.
I think they need
Yeah.
laughter down there.
They do. They're very
Yeah.
serious, those type of
Corporate,
people.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
are, and the comedians too serious, right?
Are they? Because I don't like serious comedians.
Well, that's why they probably need you out there,
They do,
Yeah.
because I'm the one that's funny. I'm the funny comic.
and they will announce
are
you as
funny.
just
Why,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sienna, which is pretty awesome.
Just Sienna.
Because like if there's someone else on the list that is a Sienna, but even it might be
she's out.
they would have to
She's
say
out
their
loud.
last name.
You've got to claim
But-
your name.
But then they
everywhere.
would always
Yeah.
still be
I'm
thinking
just-
of you.
Sienna. Yeah, they'd be like, is it that one, Sienna?
Yeah, they would think, oh, she's coming up again, just using another name, another last name. You know? Yeah, it's
Like I'm coming back with like a disguise. I'm
So-
just coming around again for another turn.
have you ever done Sienna, Sienna, or just they stuck as just the one?
I'm just Sienna. It's everywhere.
So you've
Just-
never done
no,
it
that's
double, like
Sienna,
Sienna,
Sienna.
and then just the Sienna.
No, just Sienna. I just dropped. Do you want to know why it's one name?
Yeah,
I can tell you why it's one
let's
name.
do that.
So because okay, so this is the line I've been saying, but I did recently get released from a 24-year platonic hostage situation.
Ooh, 24 years.
Yeah.
This is good. Usually, when someone says that on the show, it's follow along with mental hospital. This is
I got released
when
from.
they say release.
Released
yeah.
Oh,
from.
it's usually.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it was in about 20 years of solitary. And
Oh,
but anyway,
God.
24 years is most of my life with a name I didn't care for.
Oh.
But
Hmm.
I didn't go back to my maiden name because I had only just changed my
Right.
name.
Yeah. Nobody
18
knows who
months
you are.
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had changed my name. I legally changed my entire name
Mm-hmm.
because
Oh.
I didn't care for my birth name. And I always wanted a new name. It took me 10 years to think of Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, getting my money's worth. If I'm going to get a new first name, I'm going to get new everything.
Yeah, I heard it costs
So I
money.
got a middle name and a last name. And, like a good Jew.
Oh, you're a Jew too?
Yeah, that's also a story.
Oh.
So, yeah, so I had just gotten a perfectly good name. And then I meet this guy with a terrible name. and switch. So now I'm like, all right, well, I could go back to a maiden name I only had for 18 months or the name before that I never cared for. And it wasn't a family name either, because when my dad came to this country, they didn't have last names. And he came separately from his other siblings. Everyone got a different last name. So we're the only ones with that name, and it was hard to spell and a pain in the butt. So I don't want that one back either. And I'm like, well, I could pick a fourth name, but then I really look like I'm running from something. And if I get married again, then I'm on name number 5. So I'm like, I'm just going to drop it. So
and there's not many artists that just go by the one name that suck.
No, they're all
like
good.
Madonna, Seal, Sting. I'm trying to think of any other ones.
Wait, who's that girl in the new Dune movie?
And the artist formerly known as Prince.
Right, so these are all...
Vidya, Dune?
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
But that's such a
my
mouthful.
fiance
It's
doesn't
first,
like
middle,
her.
and last.
My fiance doesn't like her. Have you seen Dune yet? Did you like it?
Is she competition? Because, it's good to know.
No,
she's not going to leave you for her.
She's
a child, no.
Yeah, she likes the orgies with the...
Zendaya.
With the high society white guys.
Zendaya does?
Oh, you're not thinking of her character in that show. The names, I'm not going to come up with the name, but she's on TV.
Just a wee.
Oh yeah, well she's got a movie about it, and I think they said it's based on a true story. So she must like that. It's about her.
Dune.
Oh, Dune. Well, she's in this movie also where actually she doesn't look a thing like she does in that movie. As she does in Dune, where she's like these two guys like fighting over her, and throughout the whole movie.
The tennis movie.
Yeah.
That looks very Gen Z. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think I would be a fan. But Dune, I did see Dune.
Did you like it? I loved it.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. It's cool.
You've not seen it yet?
I saw the original before, so long ago. I don't remember.
The one with Sting?
Was he in it?
Do you remember?
I don't remember anything
Sting
about
was
it.
the original.
Sting comes out of the steam room and it pans down on his crotch and he's wearing this like blue winged thing, right? And this bulge.
Okay, so how did they modernize that? What's the modern version of the current one?
Really bald, pale guy, pretty buff though, but not like this.
Oh wait,
not like UPS with your package, ladies.
Are you so you're telling me Sting's replacement was Dave Bautista? Was it because you said big guy?
No, he's strong and lean and bald and evil, super evil. And they have the Harkonnen have very pale skin. If you've seen the previews,
yeah,
they're just
Dave
a bunch
Bautista,
of.
Wasn't it?
Was it
the one that played the big guy?
Oh, the fat guy.
He was he's
the flying fat guy,
big
right?
and buff.
Oh, buff. No,
I'm so lost.
I must be getting old because I owned Dune and I watched Dune.
Yeah,
and I remember the original better than I remember the other one. I just remember the other one was, oh yeah, this is epic. This is great special effects. This is a great update. But
I gotta say the new one, I guess it was probably good because I thought. I thought I would hate it because, well, I mean, we usually see, for the most part, see decent movies. I thought I wouldn't like it because same guy that played Wonka, and that movie was
Chalamet.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet.
Why would we up to the
like
third
Chalamet.
Wonka? Because I was like, are we talking?
It is.
Depp?
It is the third
talking
one.
Gene Wilder?
Oh, which Wonka? Now there's a new Wonka.
No, that
He's
Shalaman was
It's
the
wild.
Wonka.
Chalamet.
And it was
What's
just,
his name?
it just
Timothy.
lost me.
Timothy
Like,
Chalamet, right?
like you could have like a fantasy world you're living in, but still don't lose me. Like to where it's like, where are we all of a sudden?
Don't we all live slightly in the fantasy world?
Well, like the Gene Wilder
We're
one,
all walking
obviously
around in our own-
it was out there, but it made you feel like it was kind of real. They're in a chocolate factory.
I was so scared of getting sucked up into a pipe for so long when I saw that as a kid, or like blowing up into a
being
giant.
So there
Augustus
was-
Gloop.
Yeah.
There was nothing that was really scarring from
Right, 'cause it was so
the latest
long.
He's
Wonka.
like seeing air vent. You're like, not today, Satan.
Yes.
I can't even put my. They used to put the tubes in the little,
There might
or
be
put the thing
chocolate
in the
in there,
tube,
but-
and it would shoot over to whatever the pneumatic tubes. It's like, Can't even do that without thinking of Charlie
See, maybe
gaining 10 pounds of chocolate weight.
I don't know. That kind of would make me want to go towards a tube.
So you get sucked in.
The candy
Those
factory.
kids did not meet good fates.
They took it turned into
They
chocolate.
didn't get to eat candy. They just
Was it
died.
bad that I laughed when the kids got all sucked up and, you know?
I mean, it depends on what you think of as bad. If future sociopath isn't bad, it's great.
Wonka? No.
I mean, you know, growing up, I kind of like. I feel like there's certain I like good guys with an edge. So I think that Willy Wonka,
like vigilantes.
He had an edge to him, sort of like I don't know if you've heard of Punisher. He's
So like the anti-heroes, like
Even
that or
Deadpool.
Deadpool or
Yes,
whatever,
I
right?
love Deadpool.
I believe those are really good guys. The guys that are way too good, like I never really liked Superman. He's like, you're
Such a
way
goody
too good.
two-shoes.
Then watch
just
a
leave
series.
my city.
Then watch a series on Hulu by the name of The Boys.
I love
Oh,
it.
The
Well,
Boys, yeah.
but
I thought you were gonna say that.
none
Yeah.
of them were
Also on Amazon.
actually heroes.
See, but
Oh,
okay,
They
that's
weren't
true.
even anti-heroes.
okay, he brings a point. I do like that Superman.
Which one?
The guy that plays the Superman in that
The Boys.
yeah.
The Boys.
I like all those guys in that show. 'Cause they got an edge.
Aren't they just super flawed? Because like
Yeah.
Well, they
one's an
were-
But see,
alcoholic
what are Superman through flaws? You don't see it once the cameras are off. You know he's doing crazy stuff. You know he's got stuff he's dealing with, but you don't see it.
Yeah.
You-
Like, what if Superman has an alt and he goes out at night and just fights people for jollies? Or
that would be
Tessa-
the
yeah.
Boys, like Paul is talking about. That would you should
Yeah,
probably
but like
watch
the real
that show.
Superman, who is a goody two shoes, just moonlights on Clark Kent moonlights as Superman, who moonlights as his alt doing bad stuff. Versus the Boys, they're already
I
they.
wonder if there's like heroes that do bad stuff, that create bad stuff just so they have crime to destroy
like
things
religious
people
leaders
save
that
and-
are secretly boning boys.
By the way, we were talking about brainstorming
Wow.
screenplays. This is what
That's
you're
how
doing
that
right
works.
now.
There we go.
Isn't Superman part alien, or isn't
All
he alien?
alien.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's not a human anyhow.
He-
That's
Yeah, so who
he's not
cares?
relatable. Yeah.
I dig his no feeling sort of thing, but you know,
Yeah.
No, that's Spock. Spock's
Data.
the
No,
feelings.
I think Superman's a little cold too. He's kind of
He's avoidant.
he's hot
He's a
and-
classic
and
avoidant.
kind of stupid.
I like
Some girls like that.
I like people too, where it's like what you're describing about Superman and people I look up to, where it's like you don't have the feelings, but you know what you should have feelings for. Sort of like logical, you know, like this person's feeling down. This is what I should say.
Like James Bond has feelings, but he represses them, right?
Yeah.
That's why he always has the dry
Smart guy.
martini. But that's different than Alien. Superman's an alien, and he just kind of seems lacking feelings a little bit. But he's cute, and the girls are always loving that.
Yeah.
Right? You know.
But
That's a Superman
was
archetype.
loyal. James Bond is the one that takes advantage of the girls.
That's how
loving
you repress your feelings in your.
I think I'll try this too.
that. You know, but like as a spy.
Do it. It's so good.
Okay.
We're doing
Just a
fruit
little
punch
bit
and
of-
Tito's here.
Yeah, I guess those are the kind of, and, you know, and
Fruit punch with a
I
Tito's
kind of
chaser.
like also.
That's an excellent point about Bond. That's not attractive.
What he does.
I know, right?
mix?
Because like he's spreading cooties everywhere. Like
Mhm.
nowadays, the kids would be like, "Let me see your STD panel."
It would fall off
It
nowadays.
would fall, it would
Yeah.
just fall off. Like that was before AIDS and herpes,
These
and
streets
now
are
you
not
just
clean.
get monkeypox, and it's just
Yeah.
gone.
Well, I mean, well, he
Every
can't.
quarter.
Oh,
They
James
don't
Bond.
call it monkeypox anymore.
Oh,
What am I
mpox!
calling it?
I'm sorry, mpox. Mpox.
And
Why are
Which
are
sounds
monkeys
like-
up in arms?
Which
or
sounds like post.
I just made it worse.
3M posted.
Are you still meaning?
They
Are
literally
we-
renamed a virus.
because we're not
mpox.
because they didn't want to
Yeah.
insult
Animal
any
language.
monkeys that might be
Animal
watching that news
language.
broadcast.
because there is racist undertones, even though that's not where the name came from or anything. It's just, this is why we can't have nice things, Republicans.
Okay. You know
Sorry,
what?
no politics.
You know what?
Yeah, they can ruin.
Oh yeah, no politics. Ace isn't here.
And I was just going to make a really insensitive joke, and I knew you wouldn't have liked it, so I held it in. What a filter I've got.
That is good because I don't have that one.
No, we can. Well, we're not because we already said it. But we, I don't have a problem with talking politics because we.
But we don't want to offend people.
These days we have
We're comics. We don't offend people.
This is not the cancel program.
So I was reading a community horror story night before Halloween last year, right? And I was reading Stephen King's The Monkey, and I was so good. It got to the part where there's clapping toy monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
Starts speaking, and I use this creepy voice, and I'm clapping, and I'm gonna get you. And I scared everyone, looked like they were about to piss themselves. I was so good. But Stephen King got racist, and he started like associating the toy monkey story into racist things. And I had to stop. I was like, this is not okay. This is a community here. There weren't, even though you're not like insulting someone in the audience, I still realized it kind of wasn't cool and I had to stop it. And I was doing so good. So that's why I'm like, don't say the monkey word.
I missed that.
Oh, my community in the woods. We were talking about how I live in the woods in a community.
You need to start. We need a
backstory.
You're like, what community?
Yeah, this has not been in this show yet.
I didn't know you actually live in the woods.
I live in a community in the woods outside Los Gatos in the hills.
You mean you live on a hippie commune?
Yeah, it's actually a nudist place. You can take your clothes off. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm going to Google satellite view now.
I know about I don't think you can, right? It's probably no satellites allowed, right?
Did you get it blocked?
The Lexington Reservoir rescue crew drives their helicopters back and forth all the time. It sounds like Nom.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so vets with PTSD cannot live on nudist colonies for that reason.
Because
there will be extra helicopters checking it out.
Incoming!
These poor guys, they have enough to deal with. They served us at PTSD. Now they can't be nudists.
I go out there for the nature, and it's like all day long.
Again,
I wonder if that's a situation where you would get peeping toms. But
keeping helicopters.
No,
this is what drones are for.
Isn't cool.
We screen everyone. You have to give your ID, and they do a background check before you're in the door.
Oh,
you can't.
What I was thinking, if there is those kind of people, but they're not even that. They're the guys trying to get their jollies off. They're just too nervous to actually join.
No, they're always. Back in the day, I used to go to Harbin Hot Springs.
When I was,
when things were self-supporting through their own contributions. Mm-hmm. And so I would go, and there was always at least one creepy old man that just stood in one of the pools.
Oh, no.
Always, every single time. Always.
Oh, no, he's probably farting.
No, he was lecturing. He was lecturing.
Oh, he was checking out.
Always creepy old guy in the pools staring.
No, well, we do a pretty good job at screening them out. It's a very feminist place, a very, management's proactive. Like, if a girl's uncomfortable, you're out. Is the girls got to feel good or the girls won't come?
And what's the name of this facility?
Lupin.
It's by Lexington Reservoir.
Yeah, you need to correct that.
I need to be better. I know. Are you guys?
That's the
you guys are going to pick on me?
Yeah.
It's called Lupin. Lupin.
So I was invited there to do a set of comedy.
Yeah, nice.
The nude comedy? I heard someone talk about that. Was that you? About having to do a set at
So somebody said, hey, would you be open to that? I'm like, well, it's really the question, would you be open for that?
Imagine the audience naked, and you don't have to imagine.
No, and then literally they go, oh, well, you can perform nude or not nude. And I'm like, I don't care. Bring it on or whatever. And I never got booked, but it was funny because I know exactly who it was that was doing the shows. And I'm like, oh, you should have kept it going. And he was an active nudist.
Yeah. It attracts really cool people, really powerful, free-thinking, body-positive people. It's a nice place, yeah.
As long as you're not hard, because then it means you have different intentions.
Well, if they come up trying to buy you a drink and that's going on, you kind of know what's up. Literally.
What's up?
You'll know exactly how much.
So the comedians have to be nude too? Is that in the contract?
No,
you never have to be nude. It's not Harbin. Harbin, most people are nude at Harbin because everyone is naked at Harbin all the time. So if you're the only person with pants on, it's like, why do you think your junk is so special, right? But
well, people start
Lupin is so infected,
leering at you, right? You are the one that everybody's looking at.
No,
if you have clothes on.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what's wrong with that person?
Honestly, like no one thinks that, but
are you the one that has
a lot of people at Lupin, especially it's chillier, that doesn't have hot springs at it. Lots of people wear clothes there. Yeah.
Shrinkage.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
There are some hardcore guys out there. Just a t-shirt. We call it Daffy Ducking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or cocks and socks.
Right.
Oh.
Cock socks and
like
Birkenstocks.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Cocks and socks and sounds like a Dr. Seuss.
Well, Red Hot Chili Peppers did that where they wore the socks.
Yeah,
on
I
their
heard
cock.
about that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was something about a guy that had a cock on his arm. I was reading about.
The arm.
Didn't I say that?
You sent this to me. The story left a lot out. It said the man's penis fell off and now he has one on his arm, and it just went on to the rest of the story without any explanation. It just fell off. He caught it. It stuck. What?
Yeah.
No info.
Well, yeah, there was. I mean, it was a true story, but they didn't lead into any kind of info of
you caught this on the radio and you just turned on the car and you're halfway through the middle of a story, or what's going on?
Article.
I don't think they explained
on tabloid
anything detailed of did he get aroused there or anything. But he just. I mean,
every time he goes like this to his arm, his hand goes up. Yeah, exactly.
It reminded me of Justin from 90 Day Fiance, where he said recently, "This is how I know I'm not cheating because I'm strong. Look at this," and he pointed to his arm as he was flexing, and I didn't even realize because I saw the same article we were talking about, so I took it as the penis joke. But then I didn't realize he was actually talking about masturbating. He was like, "That's how he's proving he hasn't cheated."
Because he has one arm bigger than the other. Because that is literally the only way you can have asymmetric muscles. Yeah.
I worked as a massage therapist on the Dark Star Orchestra guy, the Grateful Dead.
Right.
Yeah. That one guy that branched off and did the Dark Star Orchestra. And he was like, "Can you massage my arm? Could you massage my arm?" And I was getting red flags a little bit.
On his arm.
Why is one arm so much bigger than the other?
Oh.
And then he kept on saying it's pinball. And I was like, is this a metaphor that the kids are using or...
Hey.
No, the dog doesn't like that.
You said ball. And
bless his heart.
And he's been spayed and neutered, so.
And that was the secret word. Everyone take a
That would be disturbing if that's how he gets off.
He said he sprained his arm playing pinball, And I was like, isn't it playing guitar? What? He was obsessed with pinball.
If you're a professional guitarist, you need to
fingers,
guard your tools. Should not be playing pinball or jerking off. You need your arm.
Well,
those poor guys, they can't.
I also massaged. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. Massaged.
HIPAA? Do you have a HIPAA thing as a massage therapist?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, well, he's listening, so you're done.
Wow, Jared.
I can't picture who it is.
I have had a weird situation with that guy, which I kind of hated that guy for a while, but then seeing him as an actor, I was like, he's not so bad.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna show her a picture so she can be
again with the faces. You can show me the picture and the name, and then tell me what he's known for.
30 Seconds to Mars. Not. Do you like that band? Not, or was it after getting?
I did not like it, and I had to stay for the rest of the concert. It was really annoying.
Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah, you know that.
Oh
guy.
yeah.
So that's nice. So giving him a massage, you probably just took it as he's just a regular dude because you're not really that into him.
Crazy story. It was during 30 Seconds to Mars outside a venue in Richmond, Virginia, and there was a sea of teenage girls screaming. Yeah. Security could barely hold them back. And then music. I walk out to his trailer. I have never felt so much hatred in my whole life, all targeted. They were all so jealous of me to be the one to walk into that trailer and put my hip. Yeah. But you ever feel like the force? It's like
The
a force coming at you.
You know, I'd have been
Whoa.
walking in like,
I wasn't thinking it was a big deal at first, but when I felt that, I was a little bit like,
so you were the right person for the job.
and that's
all right, yeah.
girl. Yeah.
And
Totally.
so then I told him, you're going to have to take your shirt off. And he was like, no, I really don't want to. And I'm like, come on, let's get over this. We only have a short amount of time. Why don't you take your shirt off? It'd be a lot easier that way.
That's what guys usually say to us.
But then he took his shirt off. And I was like, oh, good.
That's what happened to me with my trainer when I decided I needed to get a divorce. I didn't.
I know.
But
I'm glad.
I was like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, that's good. That's your body is telling you it's time.
Like, it is time.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later, I finally got other stuff.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
You know
It's
who's
good.
got a hot chest?
I'm happy for you.
That Josh Brolin guy.
Josh, see, we can't do names.
We're both name disabled. Both.
Did you watch Saturday Night
name
Live
disabled.
last weekend?
That's the reason I'm saying
He's the
that.
host.
Because he took his shirt off and got into an ice bath. And I was like, you know what? I respect...
That's a confident man because
Silver
that doesn't help.
Well, he didn't
That's
take his
not
pants
helping me.
off.
What's he from?
I don't think he did.
Oh, he looks like every other white guy. They
He's,
all look alike.
the Star Wars.
What,
Is he the
Josh
Star
Brolin?
Wars?
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Yeah, look, you could show, if anyone doesn't know what he looks like, look at him. He looks like all the other white
Probably
guys.
the biggest thing is that his dad was
I
a
don't
famous
know.
actor named James Brolin.
I've
was
heard
in
that
Amityville Horror.
I have not seen that because I'm.
You know who surprisingly
Yeah, he was really
doesn't
good.
have
Him
that
from
great of a
anyone
chest?
else.
Well, he
Like
was
that.
he was really cute and dude.
I
Yeah,
thought
he
he-
did a good
Okay.
job.
Yeah. Oh, he was in the... You know who I was surprised doesn't have that great of a chest? John Cena. I had to stop watching the Oscars.
Because
when
his
he
chest
came
wasn't
out
that
on
good?
stage naked...
What?
And
I missed something.
I saw his whole body. I'm like, is this what, as a man, I'm supposed to look up to?
So that's how they get viewers on the Oscars now? They let them go naked?
Yeah, he went naked. Well, he had an envelope where his penis is, and then I was looking at his crevices towards his penis. I'm like,
Yes!
this is not what I want to look up to because I work out, so I want to, but I don't want a six pack. It takes too much work. But I'm just like, I don't even want to look like half of that. Look. It looks like his chest is like Doja Cat on stage. She had a fake chest. Like it looks like he has a fake chest here.
Doja Cat, what?
It also
She had a
looks
fake chest
inflated,
at her
like,
concert.
artificial-
So
I'm so lost.
I'm like,
What are they doing?
But the kid, I know.
Kids
the
these
kids
days.
It looks like he's got a fake chest. It doesn't look. It doesn't
They
look
probably
nice.
airbrushed the six pack. Well, they do that.
I
That's
don't know.
paint.
Does not look
Oh,
nice.
they make it look like it's abs.
Yeah, airbrush
does.
abs. Yeah.
Even
yeah.
then, it's not functional fitness. He looked like a G.I. Joe just walked on stage. I bet he couldn't even pat his back, right?
He looked like
You
an
want-
action
And you know
figure.
what's
Yeah.
the weirdest is the guys that forget leg day and they have these calves that look like lollipop sticks. No, they're like, I see these guys, they're like this with the lollipop sticks, and I'm like,
Oh.
It always reminds me
Little
of chicken
legs.
when I'm working on it. I'm like, this is like chicken.
Or like those little sandpipers that go running. And
At least I've never forgotten leg day.
There you go.
But,
Don't forget leg day.
He did, yeah. So, I mean,
And my trainer remembered leg day.
I feel
I had a crush.
comfortable in the leg
Do you
area.
remember his name?
Of course,
Is
I'm
he
not
in
gonna
Sonoma
say it.
County?
No.
Oh, you don't want to say his name because you don't want him to book out.
We
huh?
give him some
No,
time
it was
here.
it was like 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I got a trainer and I got in shape, and he was really, really good
Aw.
at training.
Yeah.
And I had been, in this platonic hostage situation at that point for, I can't do math right now.
Yeah.
12, 14 years?
Terrible.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
14 years. It
I'm
was
sorry.
a long time.
Yeah.
And at one point, I'm like, I have a crush on him.
Aww.
And then at one point, he goes, I wasn't getting this posture thing right. And he goes, here, if you're a hot trainer, never tell your cougar moms this. Never tell them to do this. He goes, put one hand on my ab and one hand on my back and feel my posture. And I did that, and my insides melted like butter. I was like,
Aww.
That's
okay, I'm alive now,
Wait,
and I'm
hold
getting
on.
out of this marriage.
Now you got it. Now
10
this-
years later,
my abs, not my penis. What is this? You know?
Wow.
it was just because I had not touched.
No one had
A guy-
touched
a
her.
guy
That's
had
the power
touched
of
What?
touch.
I'm
Oh.
telling you, I am being literal.
Hold on.
I am being literal.
So, besides,
So it's good. It like that his
that was not good.
hands on your
He
body.
didn't touch me.
Just
No.
So-
I touched him. I felt a man, and I went,
oh,
So be-
it's been a long time.
yeah, still the power of touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Kelly, I saw something where there was tantra, intimacy, and trauma thing that you were there's like an event thing going on. It kind of ties into what I'm vibing with this. And that was like an event with that tied in all this. I saw your page thing there, and I was wondering how the heck does all that tie in? How does that tie in with trauma?
Okay, so let's first of all make a distinction here. Tantras all often used as like Kama Sutra stuff, like sexual stuff.
Yeah, I know.
When I say tantra, I actually mean like a Tibetan prayer practice where you're envisioning yourself as becoming one with a whatever deity you choose. Right? We're talking about Gnosticism.
So this was a class that you were hosting.
I don't know what.
Okay,
exactly
you just know the words. Okay,
maybe you
right.
were talking about. I did something around Valentine's Day last year, talking about
that was it. Yeah,
talking about lonely hearts and trauma, and
but it was all these three words mixed together,
which is like shiatsu, but it's like I'm just holding someone, but platonically. So when you use the tantra, a lot of people are doing actually sex workshops, and I don't do that, right? So you said like tantra intimacy, and I was like, wait.
I saw there was
has nothing to do with my brand
on your page, and it got me thinking. There's like a tie-in with all these three words, and then there's a trauma that got me going. Wait, how does
the sound of
intimacy and tantra
evolve? Tansu is like shiatsu,
tansu.
except for like imagine you're just like laying over my lap, right? And I've got one arm just kind of scooped, but like platonically, like up here at your heart, and the other arm maybe just like at your head, and you hold people like this for a maybe 5 minutes at a time, and people just release, right? People don't want stuff done to them, like, I'm gonna do your leg, I'm gonna do your leg, I'm gonna do your arms, I'm gonna scratch your head.
Held and comforted like a mom that never comforted you when you were a baby.
And dad, yeah. When guys do it, that's really powerful too, yeah. So that's Tansu, yeah.
Maybe that's what it's, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
deep. That would heal childhood wounds.
It's like if you got daddy issues, you're right. Or
if you just didn't get comforted by a parent.
All right, for clarification for everybody watching and or listening, and people in this room, including your host, Tantra is about promoting spiritual and physical union through meditation, yoga, and other rituals, while tantric sex is a form of sexual expression. That
makes sense.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I see. Okay, so basically what they're saying is let's take sex but infuse this tantric practice of spirituality into it. So tantric itself does not include sex.
No, when you're thinking of tantra, you're thinking of like
a spiritual practice.
Like you were saying, you were almost kind of using your meditation, your breathing, even your yoga techniques, and you're communing with a spirit, or it's almost like a vision board for a girl, right?
It's a deep Tibetan Buddhist practice, and it's a second level shit.
Oops!
I
think probably
we just lost Peoria.
Sometimes I like. I don't know.
You can cuss on this.
Actually, this part's not so bad.
It's second level stuff because you imagine yourself as a deity. Right? So you have to have preliminary practices first, because we don't need more people running around thinking they're a deity.
Yeah, those people are all on Bumble.
You know what? I like.
On some of the stages I perform.
Hinge?
Well, Bumble's gotten. It's like a.
Is it wild?
It's barely different from Tinder now.
Are you on it?
Oh my gosh! Mostly for the
dates.
material.
Yeah.
What's the buzz about Bumble?
It's a joke. It has gotten, like, at this point, it's almost exclusively guys that need to be reported to their employers or their feds. Yeah, it's hard.
I met my Daniel, my fiance. He's a Timothy Chalamet type. Yeah, I met him on Plenty of Fish. So shout out to Plenty of Fish, my Plenty of Fishers out there.
Everyone who tells me they had good luck on a dating app, it was a while ago, right? When did you meet him?
2019.
And that's the
2020.
problem.
Yeah.
You just find
gotta-
anyone today that in 2 years says, "Oh, we met on the app." That's not going to
Totally
happen.
met on a dating
Yeah, it's
app.
not going to happen anymore.
No, totally.
I think those days are over.
I remember walking in with my
That's
VHS tape, giving it to him.
No way.
No.
Wow, Brandon, come
That
on.
was a great look.
VHS
That was the best look.
Have you seen this?
You did not
Have you
get your
seen
wife
that on
that way.
YouTube? Like the old VHS tape.
Wow.
I'm like, first of all, nothing good happens on a VHS.
So you want a
tape.
love connection?
I don't
You know
know.
what those were for.
I'm Charlie,
That's bullshit.
and I'm looking for a woman who likes cats.
That would be all women.
Yeah.
The VHS.
He might
tape
not even like
recordings, you know
cats.
what
He's
I'm
just
talking
saying
about.
that. You know, but
Yeah, no, that's hard with dating too, because so this is the experience: is they just lie and lie
All of
and
them.
lie.
All of them.
It's
This
and
is
then-
fun.
it's
This
just-
is
and
fun.
you expect people to lie.
The number of them that lie about their age. Okay, guys, PSA to all of you. One, if you say my real age is XYZ, I can't change it. A, you are lying, or B, you are technologically incompetent. Neither is attractive. Because you can
They
freaking
can edit
change it. You can.
Uh-huh.
It's
Well,
you look it up in the help thing.
Yeah, the ladies do that too. Debbie,
Yeah, the
Debbie
same
from
thing.
90
Yeah,
Day. You know,
I'm not gonna see them.
she had to tell the guy how old she really was, but then she does prefer. She's like, I think she's 67, but she prefers guys in their 20s. So
Yeah, but
And this was on the TV show?
yeah, 90
Okay.
Oh,
Day.
ridiculous.
so the reason why guys lie on the apps, and women too probably, is so that they could get in a younger person's search because they look good. Well,
They're
you know
trying
what?
to get their foot in
Gross.
the
You
door.
know what?
Get their
I
foot in
look
the
good.
door.
I look good
And
for
by
my
foot,
age.
you mean.
Their thing.
And by door, you mean.
Their thing in the thing. Yeah. So
The
I
back
look good
door.
for my age. I'm never going to meet someone I like on an app because they're not looking as high as I am. It's just not going to happen. But if I lie to get those guys, how did I start out? On a lie. So I was thinking about this. What kind of guy doesn't care that they met somebody under false pretenses? A narcissist.
Right.
Or someone that's going to just hit it and quit it. And I'm not.
No, they lie
know
for all
those.
sorts of reasons. Yeah.
To me, it's a character flaw.
You
'cause
do
if
look-
you're going to.
You do look incredible, though.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
she just glows with a warmth. I just
Aw.
want to
I'm
tell
not
you,
as
old
this
as I am.
presence
I
here.
don't- You
yeah.
know why? It was that the 20 years of solitaire. I was basically
Mhm.
cryogenically frozen for my do-over.
Mhm.
And as far as I'm
You're young.
concerned,
You
He-
want those
he
years
wouldn't
back.
let
You're
you-
young at heart. Yeah,
He
that's
finally
good.
Yeah.
let you leave.
no, I just was done raising kids.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just kept him
yeah.
around for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Sorry, you had
Yeah.
kids. That
Yeah, no,
sucks.
I
Sorry
raised
to hear
kids.
that.
Yeah, we ended it with the day the youngest one turned 18. But not that day, because then my other one was like, well, let's wait till the end of the summer. School
Mhm.
starts August 20th.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, we'll date it August 20th. And then the ex goes, make it the 31st, because most rental agreements start at the end of the month. I'm like, I'm not your landlady.
You just didn't know what to get
Mister.
the 18-year-old for his birthday.
I've made a lot of
Freedom.
mistakes. I've
Twice
done,
as many Christmas
no
gifts.
one's perfect. I've done a lot of crazy stuff in life. The one thing I'm glad I just never done. I don't want to break my mom's heart like that. I've already done enough crazy things. She's probably like, oh, I've never had kids.
Good for you.
It's
It's good to know
I mean,
if you aren't
it's-
meant to have kids.
as a guy gets older, it becomes more of an accomplishment. Like, oh my gosh, I made it. And then you got to keep saying that because Robert De Niro had kids, and
That's true.
he's
You
90
still have
something,
Kids, no kids that you know of.
Yeah, and I'm Maury Povich doesn't. He's retired, so.
So you'll never know of.
If he was still around, I would use him to see if Tom Hanks is my real dad.
Right? Oh, I see it now.
Because
I see it now.
I met my dad,
Right?
I think 9 years ago, and I met who I guess people finally caved in and said, this is your dad, sort of thing. But, might not be.
No, he's the guy Tom
Could be.
Hanks paid to say is your dad.
Maybe. Because growing up, I was told all sorts of things. He's dead. I bought you from a hospital gift shop. And then it grew to, that could be your dad. Oh, that could be your dad. There. Oh, that could be your dad right there. Well, the car keeps going. I can't say hi. And then,
I'm sorry, I don't understand humor. Is this a joke or is this real?
Yeah, from here, right.
Well, I mean, it's both. Well, no, it's kind of humorous, but also real.
I don't know how to react.
It's also real, but I mean, see, that's why I think that's why I don't. Why I stopped also doing comedy, because it's like I think I only said things that were real, but add like a splash of humor to it, and then so it's like when I stop saying the same, I can't say the same thing over and over.
No, you gotta say a new thing.
So it's like I'm done.
Just say something new.
Is that we were talking earlier how I don't understand sarcasm, so it sounded like you were like exaggerating the story to be sarcastic.
It's real.
And I just had to ask him, I'm sorry, how should I react here?
It's real,
I don't understand
but I can relate because I
in.
also roll with when people are being sarcastic. I kind of roll with it too much. I don't really get it. You know, at times someone will say something like, "Wait, what?" And then like.
Yeah, it's so weird to be a literal comic.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
A while later, it's like, I was just joking. Like, what? Oh, wait, but I don't get it. And then I'll still be like, I don't get it though.
So have you ever taken Tom Hanks's face and your mom's and done the thing to see what their kid would look like?
I've done myself, but not really, because she keeps saying, I think I would know if I had sex with Tom Hanks. I'm like,
maybe.
But would I know?
How often was she blackout drunk? Because you don't always know.
Okay. I mean,
See, there's still a chance.
I do believe maybe she's right about she hasn't done drugs, but I know drinking was a fair game. So.
Yeah. Who in college has not had an opportunity to get impregnated by Tom Hanks?
She didn't quite do enough of that. But, I mean, who in life, I guess? Right?
Would that be interesting if you did the face thing with Tom Hanks and your mom and see what your siblings would look like?
It came back with a picture of Lori.
Just imagine a 23andMe, and then there's Tom Hanks right at the top, and none of his own kids are involved. They don't look like him.
They look like his Toy Story characters had kids.
Yeah, I've seen like the rapper guy, the one guy. That guy did the White Boy Anthem. His one son, he looks like the astronaut from Toy Story. So sketchy, Lightyear? Very sketchy.
If Buzz Lightyear actually got to.
He doesn't need to keep avoiding me. Like I'm old enough to where there's no way he could he's liable to give me money.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I don't know what I would do with the fame. What I do feel like, though, is meeting him. It's not like he would give me fame. Meeting him, I feel like, is the connection to where I would be set off to where I'm supposed to be in whatever creative area I'm supposed to be in. It's not like, meeting my celebrity, now I'm gonna shine. He's not even one of my top celebrities. Not even a celebrity. Not even someone I'm thinking, a celebrity. He's just not even in my top list. He's just someone like I know is probably my dad.
Probably your dad. So you feel like if he met you, it would be like when Tinkerbell does the ding and now you can fly. Like that kind of thing?
That's it.
I think this, the thing you do where you reparent, I think you could do that to him as Tom Hanks and give him his wings to fly.
It's so powerful. Yeah.
You know what I
do it in water as well.
Actually,
you're floating in a warm therapy pool, and I scoop my arms underneath your back and underneath your head, and then you're swished around people. It's like and
if you wear
being
a Tom
reborn.
Hanks mask.
And, or I could just recite lines, right? My mama like a box of chocolates.
I would have to record that.
My mama always said,
there's a lot of things I don't record, and I would have to record that so I can send it to them.
I think you guys should totally do this. Because like you could totally reparent yourself.
So then, and if you do this, you need to make it a podcast segment.
Yes.
Eating a banana while we're doing the podcast here.
Watch out. They get you for that.
Yeah, ladies, my eyes are up here.
I'm not to make. This just makes me want to. Oh, wow.
You need to refuel. We just lost someone else now.
You know what? You know what I like to do when I've gotten a massage. Same thing. It's messed up, but this part isn't messed up. What's messed up is when I cracked my head open a couple times at church. I used to like to get a haircut, and not tell them I have stitches in my head, and the hairstylist would freak out. I think God was really pounding on my head a lot of times, giving me like cues, like
Oh.
stick with me, because I got my head cracked open a couple times at church.
It's crazy what a good bonk will get you, right?
Yeah, it'll like
maybe change your
like
personality
maybe
a bit.
you're thinking something you're not supposed to be thinking, and then boom, crack my head open at church.
I saw something. A woman had a seizure and started talking like she was Chinese.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
saw it? Or like
Speaking of tongues,
it's
we're
a
talking
thing.
about, right?
Like
Or
it's
Chinese.
people have
Wow.
seizures and then they have a German accent, and it's something happens in their brain.
But have you heard anyone? Because I have a theory on this. People who
Mm-hmm.
speak another language
Mm.
after getting out of a coma,
No, they never spoke. In these cases, they've never spoken Chinese or been
and
to
now
China
they
or
can
anything.
speak the
Yeah.
language.
Mm-hmm.
This is my theory.
Mm-hmm.
They were under deep cover. Like, the Russians
Oh,
that
yeah.
would come and be Americans. And because there's no way, like, we don't psychically learn languages in heaven. That's not even how people talk there. Like, you do not get born with the innate ability to speak a language you didn't know. These people were under deep cover, and the CIA needs to look into them because they just revealed which country sent them here as a spy.
Well, I
Maybe
wouldn't
they
know.
have a seizure and like a spirit like gets in them, in their brain or something, like the spirit of a person of a
Well, I guess it
different
depends
What's
on
that
what they're
term
saying.
when somebody's so deep they don't
Possession?
even realize
Oh.
they're like an operative, and then somebody says a word and all of a sudden they're activated.
Oh.
Well, I've only got rejected from
Inception.
heaven
Yeah.
because when I overdosed on pills, I saw the light and God was like, "Oh, you're going back down."
Did that actually happen?
That's terrible.
Well, it was a light, and then I didn't see anything else because I wasn't supposed to see
Yeah.
the rest. I'm supposed to go back
So
down.
God was like, you don't get the easy way out.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
was
coming back to this shit show you tried to avoid.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
you just didn't.
I didn't even
enough
make it to the
drugs, and that
gates. I was
just
like,
a real.
How
I
long
saw the
ago was
clouds. Oh no, I was
Wow.
a teenager. I was 15. That's that emotional
such a hard age.
teenage stuff,
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I when I've gotten massages, I don't. A lot of times, I don't tell them about I got ran over, so my leg. They go down there. Oh, did something happen here? I'm like, well, yeah.
You just let them discover it.
Yeah,
Now I'm kind of curious.
this makes me you know what, talking about this really makes me miss my my coworker at work. Well, he was a manager, Ed. He had a stroke the Sunday before this last Sunday.
Oh wow.
Him and this other guy, Dana, were just like poke my leg because it gets all mushy and scar tissue filled.
Like it can't be as bad as what I'm looking at him. Like, how could it be that bad?
I miss that guy.
Can you show her?
Well, it's my leg, I mean, well, it's
You
it's
miss
like,
someone.
it's from like
You won't
my
like her?
knee down to my foot.
It can't be as bad as what you say. You'd be surprised what I've seen. And,
Well,
and
no,
nothing ever gets to me.
Nobody
People can be super like furry, and it doesn't. But all girls like massage, or they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't shave my legs." Are you kidding? Some of the people I've worked on, it's like fur
women are a little,
everywhere. Yeah.
exaggerating
You
that.
have that much fur and you're massaging. Does it like yank? Does it hurt?
Yeah,
Like,
you have to be
pulling
careful
down?
I
not to
massage my
yank.
cat.
You have to use more oil, so it's more
Mm.
viscous.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's
it
gotta
doesn't.
be
It
tiny.
doesn't bother me
being
though.
a massage
I
therapist.
know,
I
yeah.
thought being a dentist was scary enough.
Mm-hmm. No, it's totally fine working on
Or
people. I love
podiatrist.
it. Yeah, different human bodies and stuff. Sometimes people, you
It's
need
not
to
for
use a
everyone.
scrub in the shower. It's important to scrub off the dead skin.
Yeah,
Because
I do
if
have
not,
one
your
of those.
skin it gets tacky, and that's a little. That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
fun.
when
yeah.
you-
Can we, like, move on?
when you get it is weird when you get
Well, we're
ran
getting
over.
close to dinner time. Here we go.
There's like a shedding of the skin. I had to use one of those things, and I constantly had to do the exfoliate. There'd be so much dead skin. It was kind of cool.
Please.
I had like a
Scrub? Are you scrubbing?
during that situation. I had like a syringe I used to put in myself too. I couldn't really fit in around here back in the day when they had all the people with the needles and the tenderloin. I couldn't really fit in around here. Just like, oh well, I could just sit right here and just like needle myself. That's for the like blood clots. You don't do like a blood clot thing.
Hey, I know
Yeah,
something that would
that's what
lighten the
blood
mood.
clots.
How about some comedy?
Oh,
We can
Yeah.
do some comedy.
this is
Can we?
So,
you don't want to talk about
I
blood
think he
clots?
suggests we play a clip from Sienna here.
Can we do the one that explains why I don't recognize people and why whatever that Brody guy looks like everyone else?
I
Do
think
you know
I
which
don't
one it
remember his
is by
name.
looking at it? Can you tell me
Yes,
which one?
maybe.
That one, that one, that one,
Which
that
one's
one,
the other?
or that
It
one?
is going to be a
One,
2-minute
two.
one that looks like those.
Yeah, I think that's
You
titled
just play
too.
both of
Yeah.
them. The ones, the top right two. It's one of those two.
All right. So, do you want to go into some comedy?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah.
All right. Here we
Is that the
go.
one? Oh, you got some style there.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, she.
As I've been telling everybody, I don't recognize people by their faces or their names. I have an actual thing, it's called face blindness, prosopagnosia. So all people of a certain category look alike. And last night I got to do a storytelling event with Don Reed, who is a phenomenal, lifelong comic and storyteller who is a black man. And I had to go tell him that I'm going to mix him up with every other black man. And it's because not just all black men look alike, all white men look alike, all blondes look alike, all babies look alike, everyone looks alike. I'm not racist, I'm fascist. And I can't even write that because it looks like I'm not racist, I'm fascist. These people can't spell. But I can say, because I've been telling everybody I don't recognize people by their faces or their names. I have an actual thing, it's called face blindness, prosopagnosia. So all people of a certain category look alike. And last night, as I've been telling everybody I don't recognize people by their faces or their names. I have an actual thing, it's called face blindness, prosopagnosia. So all people of a certain category look alike. And last night I got to do a storytelling event with Don Reed, who is a phenomenal, lifelong comic and storyteller who is a black man. And I had to go tell him that I'm going to mix him up with every other black man. And this is not just all black men look like, all white men look like, all blondes look like, all babies look like, everyone looks like. I'm not racist, I'm fascist.
I cut off your punchline.
You cut off the, well, that part is funny, but then I was like, I tried to write it, and I'm like, oh, I can't even write it because it looks like I'm not racist, I'm fascist.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
And
so
some
Luke's
of this is
opening
gonna
up
be-
a gift.
Is this
and I
catnip?
guess we should get the
Is it
camera on.
catnip or?
It's wheatgrass,
Oh.
and cats love wheatgrass. It's really good for them.
Oh yeah, I never gave her wheat before.
And then I'm glad you have
Oh, wow,
your
cool.
girlfriend Dana here too,
Thanks.
because
Is
she
this-
can probably use some of these gifts as
Oh
well.
yeah, you know she has cats too.
My cats love wheatgrass.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
Did
ooh,
you get them a pack of rolling papers
what
for
is
it, too?
this? Oh, a soy candle.
Yeah, for relaxation
Oh,
and
yeah,
your
thanks for the
Yeah,
gift.
Tom
Show your
Hanks
show your
trauma
camera, sir.
recovery
Show-
therapy.
and
No.
Tom
There
Hanks
you go.
trauma recovery.
Oh, and what? Oh, what is it? Oh, wait, you make these?
This is a line by Kirsten Florian. All the like really high end spas in the area
Wait, what
You
is
can hold it
use
as much
it.
as you want to the
Yeah.
camera. sir.
Wait, is this one of those
You're playing
you're
it?
not supposed to open bags?
No, please go ahead.
Oh, because Stolitz gave me one I'm not supposed to open.
Oh yes, so this
Oh,
is a
balm.
CBD balm called Nectura. My brother in Santa Barbara. She knows a.
Oh, it's for the
he knows
lips.
a girl called all over the body. Here, I'll show it to
okay.
you.
Let me do
Called
it.
Hannah Young, and she worked on a pot farm, but she had eczema, and so she was messing around, and she came up with this stuff.
Can you
and
show
it's
your
the
camera
most-
right up there?
Oh.
It's the most beautiful
It's for the-
texture balm. And it's really hydrating for the skin. So when you hydrate the skin, you actually hydrate the muscle underneath. And I didn't even know this, but yeah, I'm just trying to veer the topic away from skin. From
Let's just talk about what's under the skin. That's not more gross.
This is more than
at
just
all.
a crystal, right?
I mean, you could get that a little bit wet, and it would get rough, and then you could use it to scrub.
Is
a
it
pumice?
soap?
To scrub your skin?
Is it soap?
No, No, it's a Himalayan salt rock.
Oh.
But mostly it's
I'm
just
getting
good
nostalgia.
You can
vibes.
put it on your popcorn.
Wow, thank you.
The salt has
Good, you'll be-
negative ions, which reduce free radicals, so that's why they put a light in it and the free radicals.
This reminds me-
Himalayan.
For people and pets, I'm gonna.
That's why there are no free radicals in the Himalayas.
I'm saving
all
this.
locked up.
Well,
Saving this for my
I
cat.
did all the free
She's great.
radical
Actually,
beans.
last week, we got in politics, and then we were talking about. We started out with how my cat doesn't have a butthole.
What?
That's right. We're on week 6.
Does it have an ostomy bag like your cat has? Like
This
he's
literally
walking around
is
with a
the 6th week
colostomy
he's
bag.
mentioned it.
She poops, but she has no butthole. Like if you look at it,
Does it just seep out
I've,
of her pores?
I've looked behind her. I'm like, wow, how does anything come out of her? She's just got fur. It's amazing. It's funny when she looks at me while I'm doing it.
Reoccurring thing.
But she is amazing. You two have
The amazing
pets.
butthole.
Okay, I'm
She has
sorry
kids,
with the sarcasm
and I
thing.
think
She
she-
does have a butthole. It's just very small.
Well,
No, as far as I'm
I've
concerned,
never seen
there
it.
is none. She has an ostomy bag,
And
or
it's
she
not for the
poops
lack
in her
of her
pores.
I mean,
I'm
she
just
does
confused
things
about
when
this
I'm
cat.
not looking at it. Well, she poops outside.
The cat is a
Mm.
scientific
It
miracle.
must have a butthole.
It's like watermelons
Oh.
with no seeds.
All creatures,
She is-
in the house.
all sentient creatures.
She's
have
pretty
buttholes.
amazing.
They bred
She's
cats
pretty
with no
amazing.
buttholes.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was made without
Uh-huh.
one and she
It
just
just
magically
turns into
poops.
love.
Yes. Or like, the Adam and Eve with no belly button. They just cheese them.
You're on show what? Is this show 81?
Hey, no, we're not in the 80s yet.
Oh, you're not in the 80s yet.
Really?
Sorry.
But I don't
I'm
understand.
very
This is
anti-podcast.
probably the best interaction you've had with two guests on their own.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
These two,
she
like,
is
are
so
BFFs,
funny.
right?
Oh my god.
We've never met each other.
We've never worked before.
This is how
I've
it
never
goes.
know.
seen her before. I couldn't even tell you her name because I
Right.
can't
You
tell you
know,
anyone's name.
I had the biggest crush on Elaine from Seinfeld,
That's
and
neat.
and you could be my
Yeah.
Elaine.
Oh my gosh, I went to Denny's after a show with Charlie Spink once, and we're just
Good guy.
cracking up.
Vouch
Yeah,
for
I love
that.
him. He's my comedy
He
daddy.
vouched for me. That was
He
amazing.
did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go, Charlie, this guy asked me to be on a podcast. Should
some
I do it? And
basement
he goes,
in the-
yes,
in
I've
San
done it
Francisco.
before. He's great. Yeah, so he's my comedy daddy, even though he's technically younger than me, but I'm technically younger than him. So anyway, so we're at Denny's, and the waitress was like, "You guys remind me of Seinfeld and Elaine," and I'm
Mhm.
like, we need 2 more people. So now I gotta get the George in the Kramer, and we gotta go hit up Denny's after Barrel Proof every week.
I
I
have
haven't been
a.
able to get a
I could be your
consistent
George.
tour. You could.
Yeah, I have
Or
a
you should
George
come.
in my workplace, but he doesn't do comedy. If you stop by the workplace, he is pretty funny. He'll talk about how, when this place will burn down and stuff like that, And then you wonder if everyone wonders if he's serious. And I'm like, whoa. But he won't do it. Disclaimer. But
Okay.
he still wishes. But
Yeah,
he
like,
would not do it.
Office Space.
Like I almost
Does he have his stapler?
almost burned the place down a couple times. And he was rooting for. He's like, yes. Oh, you didn't do it. And he was so disappointed. I mean, wait, did I get everything there?
Oh, I just wanted her to smell the foosbomb, but I didn't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No. I just make
Because
sure.
it's very important. to
No,
have
she
smells on
so my cat
podcasts.
she goes to the bathroom outside, which is amazing. Not many people have cats that go to the bathroom outside.
Oh, like
Oh
a
yeah,
dog?
it's such a
Does she
blessing.
go,
We were
like-
talking about this.
Does she go ring the bell so you let her out and then she'll?
She knocks on the door. She actually knocks. I mean, at the bottom of the door
It
because
smells
she's
very hippie.
small.
Mhm.
Really.
But I hear her
Tiny
knocking on the
small.
door. Because she has an extra digit on her paw.
Because that's
Oh.
not the butthole. She
does not poop out of her paws. I
God
don't
giveth
think she
and he
does.
taketh away.
This is where it comes from. The extra.
I don't think she does, at least.
Like the guy with the penis on the arm. She's got the.
I
got
still-
the butthole on the hand.
See, I recorded her pooping, but when it comes to the stuff actually coming, like I recorded her like then, no, but when it comes to stuff coming out, that's when I stopped.
Give her some space.
So
That's-
I don't
that's when you
know
get the-
actually. I
You get
have
the
no idea.
colonoscopy camera when you're filming that.
You
Yeah.
turn the GoPro in the other direction.
No, I don't want to do
Like
that to a
really
lady,
good cover
So
over
you know what? I actually do have a lot of respect for women.
Because that has
she
to be
she
called
actually
out.
has
It's
she
not
has
the default.
a safety area. we let her know this, that when she is on her scratching post, not to touch her. We've let her know that's her safety spot, because I want to rough her up and all that. I'm a guy. I might be a little rough. And
so
then,
your respect for women's boundaries extends just to cats in their safety zone on their playground.
it's a start.
It's a start. Guys, take a lesson. This is good.
It
A
starts
cat
with
at
cats.
its scratching post or a stripper on its pole.
This is good. There you go. And I'm going to
Well-
take that, and that's going to be my new video on Bumble to just let you guys know what the boundary
Yeah,
is.
well, I will say that the stripper on the pole is I mean, I've always known you might get beat up from that, but also take a note from what Paul's saying from 90 Day Fiance Watchers. Gino went on the pole where the stripper was, and it turned out bad. I'm surprised Jasmine didn't murder him. So yeah, don't get women neither. In fact, the pole area is like the scratching post. You need your
There you
space.
go.
It's
Need your
cool.
space.
Because,
Yeah.
Need your
a
space.
pussycat and a...
And she knows
pussy
too. When she goes
stripper.
right there, she looks like don't touch me. I want my space. Right
I
now.
always get the 90 Day Fiance confused with Love on the Spectrum. So when you talk about your 90
Oh.
Day Fiance,
That is a
I'm
good
thinking
show.
like,
Yeah.
was this a special episode of Love on the
That's a
Spectrum?
good show.
Yeah,
What made
they're
you
both so
skip
good.
90 Day but go straight to Love on the
They're
Spectrum?
both dating shows
I've
that are
never even
popular
heard
and
of that show.
interesting.
Oh, it's
Love on the
so
Spectrum.
good.
It's so
Season.
touching.
Was it like a
Yeah.
closed circuit camera on every relationship I ever had before my wife, or
That's
what?
exactly it.
Yeah, it just shows that like there is a myth of normal, because you relate so much to the experiences of the people on the spectrum that are having these experiences. You're like, it's so relatable that you realize
I guess
it was really relatable for
Okay,
me.
for you. So I was watching it trying to pick which type of, because if you've seen one person on the spectrum, you've seen one person on the spectrum.
Mhm,
So I was
mhm.
trying to pick which one was most like everyone I know.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
when you watch Sex in the City and you're like, I'm a Charlotte.
Right, right,
So,
right. Which
yeah,
one's
like my
me?
brother
I
is
can
the
see on
one
that show.
person, and I'm like
Uh-huh.
pegging who's who. My one
Uh-huh.
friend is this guy, and it's a huge range of
Mhm.
ways that people on the spectrum relate to
Mhm.
their dating potentials.
Yeah, we're so masked up, and you see that on dates. If people they lie. They don't tell you who they really are, and you have to like wait them out 7 dates to try to understand, who they
7,
really
you're
are.
patient.
Oh yeah, I
3,
sweat them out.
1 if they have cat hair. But 3,
Oh no.
like some
Uh-oh.
people might want a woman that likes cat.
I don't take
it's
off
not-
my cat hair
It's
either.
not cat hair. It's not.
You
cat
add
hair.
it on.
When someone says, "Oh, you got
It's not
something on
any
your
cat
face," what is? And then I get upset. I'm like, "Wait, that's the cat hair. I thought you said I had something on my face." Yeah, you did. I'm like, yeah, I knew it was there and I liked it there.
Just to clarify, if you're on a first date, don't wear a 20-year-old black sweatshirt coated in cat hair. Don't wear a black sweatshirt. Don't wear a black T-shirt to a first date.
If
But
you
if
love
you
your
have
cat,
cats,
it's
don't, unless you want a cat lady, and
Yeah.
that's your screener. Is your cat?
my cat
covered
smells
in your
nice
shirt?
too. I don't know. Yeah, I do that.
Probably because it has no butthole.
That's
Yeah,
why.
like I'm all up in her fur. She has, I don't know. She has some kind of. She goes outside. She rolls around in the dirt. So I don't know where that smell is, but she has a very nice smell. I
That's nice.
I let her outside. I can't help it because she followed what the other cats were doing, so I can't tell her no. So
Can you tell a cat no though? Like, does that work?
No.
Yeah,
she-
No.
she's a lady, so it wouldn't be right to tell her no, but also still got to show guidance.
Mhm.
But my way
Parenting.
was going, I got to put a bell on your neck. Because she likes chasing animals, rodents,
Oh.
birds, mice, and all that. And my thing was, I like looking at her, how cute she is. When she was bringing animals in the house,
Killer.
I was a little disgusted. And I
It's
hated it.
not
Like I was
nice.
just like, I can't look at you right now.
Oh.
And it was hard because she kept coming up to me, and I was like, "Stop! I'm trying to show you that I'm disappointed." So I put a bell around her neck, so now she can go outside and she can watch them, and then they know she's coming, they run away.
Yeah. Do you only put it on when she goes outside?
No,
or
no,
is she
she's
locking
got
it
all the
all over
time.
the house? I just read
You never
because
know when she
my
might
friend's
go out.
cat just disappeared, and I was looking up things, and one of the things that came, well, she found it, It was in a neighbor's garage for like a week.
Yeah.
Oh.
They do
So
that sometimes.
yeah. Anyway, I found out that if you put a bell on a cat, they have really sensitive ears, and you're just basically traumatizing them all night and day because it's loud in it. So maybe give her a break from it when she's not outside.
No.
Yeah, I've always
kinda,
wondered that about the bell.
well,
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of want to
really
see
loud.
if it hasn't seemed to bother, but I kind of
I
want
mean,
to
you could also
see
take
how
an
loud
ice
it is.
pick to her
I'm not-
eardrums and solve
I'm not
the
gonna.
problem.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. Well, the thing is, so it's not like I just give her the freedom.
Sarcasm.
It's not like I just give her the freedom to go out.
It's when
She does. Well, she does what she wants. She has a side door where she has her own patio with her own.
A catio?
Yeah.
Awesome.
With her own other house. There's like a wooden house she has outside where
A
she
little
could go
one?
in. Yeah, she could.
From
well,
Amazon,
it's like
the little wood ones.
it's not that small. She could go inside it, and then
Yeah.
she has like a.
We got one of those too.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so cute.
And she could go
Yeah.
up on top if she wanted to.
Nice.
But she could also.
She uses it?
Oh yeah.
How'd you manage that?
Well, she seems to think everything is hers, which is cool.
Uh-huh.
And
It's cat-like.
well, she could also jump the wall if she wanted to go out into public.
Uh-huh.
And so she could do that, or else she pounds on the front door for me to let her out the front door.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I think she might be getting old to where she can't really jump like she used to.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now she has to go through the door and
But she has her own door, and she also has, or she can go
You
out
think
the
she's
front
got
door whenever
arthritis?
she wants. I hope not. I felt her arms. They
But
they
you have
feel
to touch
nice.
her. It's usually on the butt.
Oh, where the lack of butthole is. She can't get her.
I could touch her.
She has no
I could touch her butt fully.
You can scratch her
And
butt?
she has no like.
Okay.
There's no hole. It's amazing.
No, about the butthole. I'm talking about her.
How old is she?
You know, she's
All roads
had
lead
her
to
for
my cat's butthole. Or
had her
lack
for at
thereof.
least 17 years.
Oh, she's
17?
Yeah.
Oh,
old.
bless
But
her.
she's young at heart.
Yeah.
She
And she probably can't even hear the bell anymore.
yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I leave it on.
She's already.
So
deaf.
no,
And my dog's pretty.
I
deaf,
play cat
so-
videos for her, and she hits the screen.
Oh.
So cute.
Yeah, I mean she's very youthful. Part of it maybe has to do with she does not like other cats or people.
Yeah.
So she's been in her own world for a long. She likes observing. Like she'll go outside into the public area, or when like she likes watching people. But when they come by, she's like, "Oh hell no, I'm out of here. I didn't give consent to this." Because I understand, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard for a cat to ask for consent.
You know,
It
I
is.
heard about this new cat arthritis on the a medication on the market, Solerna. Yeah, it's supposed to be really affordable.
I wonder how. No,
Yeah.
She could
has
have arthritis, or she could just be old. You know,
Probably.
like I'm not jumping walls anymore, like back in the day. You
Well,
know,
she's
it
a
just
little.
happened.
I
That's
mean,
true. She's like, I know better.
she's pretty
Yeah.
privileged.
I'm a
You know, it's like
I'ma
you
break
have
my
your
hip.
camping days and you have your Hyatt days. Like I'm not
Yeah.
doing the, she's just, I'm done with that.
Yeah,
doors all the way.
she's got a lot of privilege, and I don't want her to feel
I
otherwise.
need
She
to
doesn't
sit on
look
my
that
hands.
old.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
you
does
need
not,
to pad
no.
the desk for me.
She's got a lot of-
the rubber, the padded
She's got a lot of
rubber
youth.
for my comedy.
You're like a
I
German
need to be-
dictator.
She, and she likes being alone. She actually chased the other cats out. So.
This is so I can have a tantrum on a podcast.
Let's just put Sienna in a padded room.
That's the most appropriate space for me.
Have you ever been in
At
one
all
of those
times.
padded rooms? They're
bubble
pretty
dates have to
interesting.
change.
They're not interesting. They're just four walls of padding.
Yeah, I never
If you
realized
weren't crazy, you will be.
that it's time not to be crazy till I got in a straitjacket. Then it's like, damn, this is not cool. I was just expressing myself, but I guess not.
No, they don't like expression
And then I
in
became
mental health.
I became an adult.
hospitals.
Well, I became an adult, then things got crazier too. But then I became, I guess, considered an old adult to where
A senior
it
adult.
became cooler. Once you, I think, I don't know, I think maybe this started at 38. It started at that, then I'm 40, and then I really realized it that, wow, being old has its benefits because like cops come over and ask me for info, and I've gotten pulled over. Like I'll be like, dang it, I just wanted to get gas here. I'm getting pulled over, and the cop will come over and say, "Oh, I just want to let you know your lights dim there." And I'm like, what? And he's like, "Wow, what are you doing against my patrol car?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought I was supposed to assume the position."
What are you doing against my patrol car?
And he's like, no, I just wanted to let you know. I'm like, holy crap. I'm old. This is
Yeah, I know.
amazing. This is what it's like to be old and,
You know what's funny is like
Portuguese, I guess.
Since I've raised kids, I've noticed I can scold anyone. It's the adult respect. Like anybody causing any trouble, I'm like, look, young man, come over here.
When I was younger, I was just so used to thinking, oh, I'm getting pulled over, I'm going to jail for the night. Because I fit some kind of profile.
Young ruffian.
I was thinking the same thing walking down the street in here. I had a little kind of single shooter of barefoot wine, like a bottle of rosé, and I'm just walking down the road, walk past cops, and I guess I tucked it in my bag, but I didn't feel like I had to hide it. And I realized I have like pretty white girl privilege right now.
Well,
like the same guy someone else can't go walking down the street with a 40 in their hand, right? No, they can stop right
there.
You can.
I would.
You know what I'm saying, though, right? Like I can just walk around drinking a glass of wine, and I felt like I had privilege more than other people.
I want you to try that in Los Gatos, test that, because the areas I'm talking about. So there's like it is more where I would be used to. All right, we're hauling you up, but San Francisco. I think you could do that in San Francisco. Walk around with just booze.
Let's try it. We should try it.
All try it.
I
found out recently.
Yeah,
let's get arrested together.
I found out recently that I'm not
on a good
rocking
streak
all
here.
the white privilege I grew up with. I thought I was raised white, but I was talking to this guy like 10 years ago when I was starting to think of getting out there, and he's like, "Girl, I got news for you. This ain't white."
Oh.
And I'm like, I was raised white.
He was calling you a Jew.
No. He was from Ecuador.
You do look
just
brown.
I'm kind of brown. Yeah. Wherever I go, I'm ethnically ambiguous. But like I was in Italy and people walk up to me asking directions in Italian. I was in Venezuela and people walked up to me asking directions in
But you're
Spanish.
a Jew.
Well, you're Jewish.
I'm Middle Eastern Jew.
That can be interesting. I was listening to Gabor Mate was talking about being Jewish and Caucasian and how that's an interesting blend of.
So I'm Middle Eastern Jew, Iraqi Jew.
Most Jews are good.
Not Sephardic Jew. I'm Mizrahi Jew. We are the OG Jews.
Okay.
The Mizrahi Jews. We were there since
that's right.
Mesopotamia. Yeah. So Arab, but not Arab. And I see that they're floating the idea of adding a category to the census for North African and Middle Eastern. Because they make you put white, and we've never felt white or been treated white. And then as I get tan, I don't look tan. Like I don't get to look like a tan white woman. I just look
gorgeous.
Indian. No, I start getting hit on by Indians, and at the end of the summer, I'd start getting hit on by the Pakistanis. So I'm not kidding you. This actually happens. So
we're in my life, girlfriend.
There you go. So I come back from the beach, and my friend goes, "You changed ethnicities."
A lot of liquor stores.
It's like I don't get tan. I just get increasingly disenfranchised. So
you know what? I miss the Jews.
What? I'm right here.
Well, I don't even know if I see much of you. It's like, so when I see you Jews,
We're
everywhere.
I kind of want to, I kind of feel you out. Like, should I
feel like
give you a hug, or should I see if there's some, aggravation? Well, you know what? The ones I find that there's more like offness about are the ones that when I talk to, they're like, no, we don't do that anymore. We celebrate Christmas. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, you're not celebrating Christmas.
You're not really a Jew anymore. Oh no.
Well, you know what I found out, and
I keep talking about family on the air here.
Christian.
Wow. Well,
exactly.
because my grandma, she was a Jew. I say was because she's dead.
Yeah.
She might still be one, but I didn't make it to the afterlife.
Right, to find out she didn't come.
Negatives and positives of not being able to kill yourself. Because so she made me the pallbearer. She was so nice. I didn't even expect it when she died. I just felt like oh man, that sucks. We used to get together every month, and now at least once a month, and now I missed a month, and then and I'm like, ah, dang. But then I got the call that she made me a pallbearer. Like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. She made me realize how cool Jews were. Sometimes you need to have someone within a culture to make you realize, you know.
You mean about like the culture or the religion?
Well,
What
Yeah,
part
thank
did
you.
she
That's what I was
expose
going
you
to say, is that you do realize being Jewish is
I'm talking
actually...
just the Jews.
There's a lot
Well, okay,
of
the Jews.
cultural identity.
But yeah, exactly. There's an ancestry and cultural proponent of it, or component of it, but then there's also the religion. And so if you go way back, people kind of go, oh, well, that's what we practice.
I guess I kind of like I'm just used, I guess I'm used to celebrate the Hanukkah.
You celebrate Hanukkah?
Yeah, I'm just used to that. So that's the good aspect.
You
I
may
got
be Jewish
of the Jew
if
side.
You're right.
Well, I also
we grew
went
up
to
celebrating Hanukkah, but we're not Jewish.
I went to Jewish
We
camp.
just liked it. We just liked getting 8 chintzy toys instead of all the presents.
I've had
Do
a
you
lot of
like
matzo
bagels?
balls growing up.
Do you like bagels and fish?
My son, check this. Hang on.
Huh?
He comes in my bedroom eating an everything bagel. I'm like, get that out of here. You're going to drop it. You're going to get ants. And he goes, ants don't like bagels. I go, what are you talking about? Of course ants like bagels. And he goes, have you ever seen a Jewish ant?
Wow.
Oh my god, he's taking in his
He
mother's
is so
footsteps.
funny. My son is so funny.
Have you ever seen a
Jewish ant? And I'm picturing ants with the little payouts and they're sitting down. And I'm like, no, I guess not.
I feel like instead of dealing with like
He's right. You can eat my room.
I feel like the way
you have
to
to put him on before your act, right?
No,
He's your
he
opener.
refuses.
the way
like
to get
mom's
some kind of
cringe.
race
That's the way
divide,
to
or
warm
like people understanding like race and not having like, you know, the people not having like some hate towards race. We'll begin people to understand cultures, I guess. And I think that's the way, because that's how I've got. Because I went to Jewish camps growing up.
Again,
and
you're not Jewish.
and I because I would spend like a week there at the Jewish camp. I'd go there every week because it would be like a after school thing. And then I would, wait, these are all Jews. That's kind of they're cool. They're cool. They're you know. I was like, man,
I
Jews are
sense
cool.
some dissociation
You
here.
know, and then you know, working with a lot of
You might not be ready to handle the truth.
Son.
working with Nigerians and Ethiopians
Sit
doing
down.
security jobs got me seeing like the actual culture of people in Africa. Going, whoa.
Not all of
Cool.
Africa, Nigeria and
Peace.
Ethiopia specifically.
Well, they don't
Like
really
their
get along,
culture.
but I mean, I got to know
Like those two different cultures.
Yeah.
Well, when I would work with the two different ones, there'd be
Yeah,
like grumbles
unique.
between each other. But I,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
saying, you know, I got to know the Puerto Rican and Dominican cultures. They're the same.
Oh, I got to know a lot. Of
And there's a
stuff,
whole
yeah,
West
they
Side
are.
story about that.
Hey, so yeah, it helps knowing the differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
And what you were
different
saying,
cultures.
the having different boxes you can check, you know, how that makes you feel, gives you a validating sense of identity.
Or just the right box to check, because
Right, yeah.
I wasn't going to check white before they even had like
I check
Asian
other.
Pacific Islanders,
Mhm.
so
Make
I
'em
checked
guess.
other. Yeah, and then I started getting all these like financial aid for third world students,
Mhm.
and I'm like, well, you know,
Why
I am quite
not?
first world.
So I've done.
New York Jews are not exactly on the bottom.
I've done my share of
I
day
can
laboring.
do it up for them. How much are we talking?
So I've day labored, so you get to know
Uh-huh.
the different,
bottom.
Yeah.
the different
Of the
Hispanic
economy,
nationalities. Yeah.
Mhm.
So the Kelly,
Mhm.
The Kelly.
so
The Kelly,
your
indeed.
yoga, because these are questions I actually came up with this morning.
Okay.
This.
I
could
don't
be
know
for
why
both
you
of
started this by people at the bottom of the economy.
you seem like
They
a-
got me so yoga.
I assure you,
Speaking of you,
I am not.
So-
well, yoga and comics.
No, no,
We're
no.
inviting
Downward
the
dog,
total.
please.
Like we are.
No,
Yoga
just
and
a
comics are at
segue.
the bottom of the bottom. And female.
Oh yeah,
Yoga
you.
comics.
Well, I mean,
The only
this
thing
could be
worse
for
would be
both of
female
you.
gays.
You love
Yoga
animals.
comics.
Of course, she does. She's
I
vegan.
kind of no. I'm vegan
Uh,
for health reasons.
Oh,
I have
oh.
leather.
We don't.
I'm
Okay, we don't
not
want to.
heartless. I love animals.
We don't wanna
It's
hear-
just a
She
fringe
loves animals.
benefit.
Yeah, but you're not vegan
Nice
for
to
It's
animals.
a fringe
So-
benefit.
So there's nothing I'll benefit from you talking about that. How many animals do both of you have?
I have two identical long-haired cats, Billy and Bailey. Billy's
Aw.
Bailey,
young
like
and
my hat
Bailey's
there.
old. world. Shout out to Billy and Bailey. How you doing, sweetheart?
Aw.
I had to off one.
Oh my
It's a whole
God.
story. I've been told never to tell again,
Well,
but
it's
I
better-
tried it on stage.
It's better to euthanize your
The-
cat than have someone else do it.
My
so-
dog.
Oh, dog.
Well, the thing is, I brought her, like, I didn't know, right? I brought her to the freaking emergency vet because she seemed sick. And I spent $400 to find out that she had a terminal case of old dog. And I'm like, okay, well, I spent money for that. And they
Wow.
said, well, you're going to have to, at some point put her to sleep. And I'm like, well, how much is that? And they're like, it's another $300 or $400. And I'm like, okay,
That
so
sounds bad. Yeah.
frying pan it is. And I've been told never to tell that again because I did
Well-
love her. Like, she's super soft, and so that was sarcasm.
Wait, actually, that didn't sound
Oh, wait,
okay.
hold on,
I had
let me
mixed
find the
emotions
disclaimer. Hold on.
Well,
That was sarcasm.
I have my cat, but then also I think Kelly mentioned my.
You get me every time, right?
Every time,
Every time.
I'm like, well, $400 is a cheap
So-
hit, man. I'm using the vet from now on.
I thought you did it yourself. So I think Kelly mentioned my shirt earlier, and so I have my cat, but then I also have a cat that's dear to my heart, Tatiana, which is the shirt I'm wearing.
Oh,
She got
she's
killed.
beautiful.
I will say
oh,
killed.
No.
Well, no,
By a tiger?
security guard. I don't blame. I don't blame him.
Rest in peace.
I blame the
tiger,
kids.
Or rest in peace.
She died at the San Francisco Zoo over here because some guys were some kids were
Well,
You know,
that was the
taunting
one they were
her.
throwing.
The
And-
tiger.
Your
And-
cat
well no,
got killed by a tiger?
No, I feel like
The
she
tiger.
is close to heart because I used to see her often at the zoo.
Oh, that's the tiger that
And-
got put down because it.
Well, she said to herself, you know what? I'm tired of these kids.
Yeah.
And so she, after so long of being in that seclusion thing, said, "This is it. Yeah, I'm jumping over that plastic shield of a wall, and I'm probably gonna kill these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill these kids.
Because she was
And-
not old enough.
And because these kids
Yeah,
were
right.
these kids were
She didn't meet her,
taunting.
Salerno.
They were teenagers.
And they
okay.
were throwing pine cones.
Yeah. So
Oh.
let me just say, she wasn't.
So they were
she-
asking for
She
it.
wasn't
San
going after little
Franciscan
kids.
brats.
So
She
she
was
thought to
going after
herself,
the-
you know what?
the riffraff.
These aren't little kids that so no
These are
sympathy here. These are
brats.
teenagers. So she
Mhm.
jumped that wall, strictly went towards these kids. Because there were other people in the zoo that, whoa, there's a tiger. That's not good. And she looked at them and went, nah, those aren't them. Those aren't them. Get them.
Oh, she found the ones in particular.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
chased them.
she chased
She
him
knew.
through. Hold on. She chased him
She
through the
knew.
zoo. Hold on. Even followed one of them into the cafeteria.
And then, but then the poor
Into the
girl
cafeteria?
got shot.
This is better than a school bully.
The poor
I
girl
hate
got shot
stories
by the
like
security
that.
guard. Because
While she was chasing these kids.
well, she mauled one
Oh, well,
to death, and then the other one got mauled a
death?
little bit, and then the one got
Wait,
mauled a
did she
little
actually
bit.
kill one of the kids?
But
Wait, did a kid die?
Yes.
yeah,
So
but
that is an
Teenager.
awesome shirt
yeah.
because you are.
But the tiger died too. The tiger
Yeah.
said, "You know what? I'm sacrificing myself. This is probably gonna be it for me. But this is gonna be worth it."
I have no love
Yeah.
in my heart for those kids. Honestly, I do not.
Good
I do
for
not.
you.
Yeah,
Wow,
no,
I
they
was
were asking
worried.
for it.
Yeah.
So also,
Oh, but I do have one alive dog still.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So just to
How-
throw that in. I have
how do
one
you
very
how do you
alive
feel about social media?
Well, it's hard
It's a
as a
problem.
yoga studio owner. I'm forced to use it.
Mm.
But I know the ills that it can bring, and also it's tricky. And you might know this because of putting comedy online, right? If I do a yoga video recording, I can put it on YouTube. I might get some money from YouTube, but then to what point are you just working for YouTube? Right, and you should
I've been
direct
trying.
people back to your own website, because the people who know and love you will support you at $20 for a 60-minute segment or something like that, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I am messing with
So like
social
figuring
media.
out how to monetize your content rather than give it away for
Mhm,
free, that kind of
mhm.
thing.
So it's not cool that they're trying to ban TikTok. I mean, I really don't care about TikTok. I'll throw something up there occasionally, but I don't care. But I kind of don't.
I like
want
banning
them-
the Chinese government from getting my data.
Maybe we could ban them, but I don't
Is
feel
that
like our
true?
TikTok?
Or is
government
that
should
bogus?
ban
No, it's true. Oh, it's
things
true.
like that. I don't feel like our government should ban stuff like that. Like, shouldn't you just be
I think,
thinking about like
the government might
the more
be
important
able
crimes
to
here?
say, let's not have foreign spy companies get our data,
Yeah, be a
and they
little
can
nicer
make that
there.
illegal. And then if TikTok wants to continue, they can find another buyer.
You guys got to remember, with programs like TikTok, it's literally the Trojan horse.
But
It's literally inviting hackers into your devices. And so would you download an app that wasn't authorized from the App Store or a third-party app? Or
it is.
have you
on
ever
the App
noticed when you
Store,
download
though.
a free
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
that there's nothing but ads? Well, just think if every one of those ads was actually taking your contacts or getting your banking info.
I don't know.
Or
I mean,
seeing my dick pics.
we could pull up
Hey.
TikTok's terms of
Yeah.
service right now. I mean,
Yeah,
if
but
if
whatever
what you're
the-
saying is truly true, then maybe so. But there might be some exaggeration as to how unsafe TikTok actually is. There might be.
A
That's
year
all.
ago, a year ago, they actually forced all government agencies that have smartphones to bring them in and basically delete that app.
The government, but the people that work for the government.
Our government said,
Yeah.
hey, if you work for Social Security or unemployment or whatever, you need to get TikTok off your phone.
Oh, all government
To shut
workers?
the funnel-
All because they
to shut the
literally.
funnel off.
One thing I've realized from TikTok is a lot of white people look alike.
It's true.
Yeah.
That
That is one thing I will
need TikTok for that.
give shout out to the Hispanic community about. A lot, I feel like Hispanics are the ones that look the most not alike.
Not to me. Everyone looks alike.
Okay, I have a feeling everyone looks alike too.
All
so
Everyone
comedians
looks alike
look the
to me.
same.
All you know what they do when I first I have to hit the sweatshirt. When I first started doing open mics, I go in there and I'm like, it's like I might as well be in one of these pictures of the Sea of Tuxedo penguins in South America. They're all like 30-something with the beard and the brown hair, and I couldn't tell any of them.
Wow.
You have 9 minutes left in podcast, and you should get at least a video or two in.
So, speaking of, stuff getting stolen, whoever stole my uncle's wallet from the nursing home, I will find you. And, what was that? I will find you and I will
Kill you.
do things to you. Wait, not sex. I will. I will use my
When did
special
this
kills
happen?
to.
When did his
A
wallet
couple
get
days
stolen?
ago, it wasn't cool. Because I know it's got to be a staff member. Because looking
Yeah.
at the situation, he's got his own room, and
It should be pretty
nobody's going
easy
in
to
there.
find. Have you done a thing of checking where the
They went to a
credit cards were
jewelry
used?
store, and I was thinking to myself, wait, they better not be going to get a wedding ring. But it was just some.
You figure out
That's
where
okay.
the card's been used. You get the security
And
footage.
I will-
You see who it is. You figure out who's.
I
can talk to you about.
I never
this later.
found the guys that.
Still, what a pain in the
Dangerous.
butt.
I'm a
Right.
mom with an iPad, but I got skills.
I never
The
found the
iPad.
guys that ran me over, so eye for an eye still counts. I could use it for someone else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But so
It's paying it forward. Paying the eye for an eye forward.
Kelly, how's yoga reduce stress, and what are different types of yoga?
Well, wow. I mean, a good way to approach this is just go through all the different organ systems of the body. Circulatory system, it increases circulation. Skeletal system, it helps your posture so your bone cartilage doesn't chafe. Obviously, it helps your epidermis, it helps your skin. The nervous system, I mean, people have written thesis statements on this, though there's just so much to talk about how it helps the nerves and brain. It's just every system, your digestive system, when you relax, you can actually process your foods, right? Fight or flight, you can't get your gut going, so
That is another question that comes to mind. You said foods. How should you have a proper eating situation when you're doing the yoga?
in yoga there's 3 different body types, so you find out what body type you are and then you should eat according to that. I'm earth, and as you can see, I put on muscle mass pretty easily. Like, I have pretty strong thighs and I don't really have to do anything to have them. So anyhow, I'm an earth element, and although I love food the most, I have the most allergies to food. So you can hear I'm unfortunately a little bit phlegmy today, but I get that because I'm a little bit allergic to different foods. You might be a mix of fire and air. So you have like almost like the ideal body type, actually, in fact. But then sometimes you suffer as fire. You suffer with hypertension, those tight shoulders, and then
hypertension, not the blood hypertension. You mean just too much tension?
Sometimes it does because fire is connected to the heart, so it can sometimes be connected to heart.
High blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Hypertension. There's many symptoms of.
That's
it's an umbrella term.
That's so weird.
You're so also air, and air has more
ditzy,
like joint.
No, because I am. I'm definitely a fiery ditch.
No,
that
fiery,
is
like,
all me.
Are you a Gemini?
No, I don't. No, I don't
So-
follow that.
Okay.
But go on.
So the
Air,
weird thing
what's
is
the
like,
air?
so
Air
we're
will
talking
have
about.
more joint issues sometimes because it's narrower, so your muscles are narrower. They're gonna come to a point more, and then that's gonna put more pressure on the joint. Yeah.
I've known people that do the beer yoga. That's what trips me out. Like
beer
how-
yoga.
Oh. So how the hell do you? We're talking about
Well,
the
we
eating
should
habit. How
just
you
do
doing
it, right?
Well,
if
right now?
the best way to do it is to just
No,
do
we're
it.
kinda already
Yeah.
been
No,
drinking.
we should set up a time to do some beer yoga.
Hmm.
What would be your favorite brewery to do it at?
Wait, is that what
I don't think
beer
I'd
yoga
wanna-
is? We just go to a brewery and drink and
I
say
say-
we did
I-
yoga?
I say we go and we get a
all the
sponsor
guys-
for beer yoga.
Beer yoga sponsor.
All the guys on Bumble that say they do yoga, they're really just drinking beer at a brewery.
I guess one thing I was wondering too from the yoga.
It's yoga.
I know people
Bumble's
that do
getting a lot
yoga
of
with
plugs here for
animals like
nothing.
Goat
guinea
yoga.
pig, goat,
Mm-hmm.
cat, dog.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell have you done that? And how the hell do you get the animals to just
Guinea pig yoga?
So
get on your back
the
or
goats,
stomach or whatever?
goats hop up mountains, so that then when it sees you on all fours, it says hop, and then it hops on you, and it is very relaxing for you because you're communing with the nature of the goat. It will chew on your clothes, I'm told, and they sometimes,
So you go
defecate.
and you wear things
On-
you don't like. You wear your
on your
ex's outfit.
back.
Right.
On your back, right?
Yeah, they jump up on you because you look like a little hill.
I've seen that. And
That's so funny.
my cat never wants to mount me from behind. When
Oh,
I
please don't say that.
It's always when I'm
It's
sitting.
not a butthole. You can't do it the other way.
Thank God this cat doesn't have a butthole. That's all I'm saying.
Apparently it has a strap on.
I
though.
definitely think Dana's cats. They're super friendly. Which I don't know. I appreciate super friendly. I appreciate super friendly. But it's just
That's
I
genuine
also
love,
like how
dude.
my cat. Past cat issues makes me really appreciate how my cat is not too friendly because
Oh, it doesn't hop on you.
I've had hop on my frontal area. But it doesn't mount me from like if I'm sitting down, she'll hop on my lap to get super close. But like I've had cats that would just walk up to friendly, like walk up to other people, just walk them by, and then next thing you know, the cat will be in their house.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how you
Never
No
really cared for
loyalty.
that cat because like come on.
I hate this.
And the cat was actually in the picture there where there was house being robbed, and the cat was the only thing in the house. But yeah, well I guess we won't. I actually
Are you performing somewhere?
Yes, I want to hear plugs from both of you
sometimes
guys.
we think about the news,
am
but
not- I'm actually a hobby comic that's new, and I mostly just show up places, and for some reason they keep letting me on
So
stage.
you're gonna show up at Lupin for the
Wait.
naked
Oh.
comedy?
Maybe just for data. I'll just go to take some data. I've been curious about this correlation between hands. Anyway, and feet.
so we're gonna have to do last words.
Plug.
I didn't get a
Barrel-proof
chance to.
lounge.
I guess there were things. You always think of things to talk about in case things don't flow like they did here. Like I was gonna show support to the country singer Kane Brown. Great guy because he realized, what the hell am I doing having kids? I'm gonna get a vasectomy. Shout out to that. We're always saying women need a fix. Women this. Women. It's time for us guys to make a change and get a vasectomy.
You should all
I
do
don't
that.
have to because I'm in a situation.
Or like a
I'm in a
castration.
situation
That's
where
another good
you
one.
know I'm blessed.
Get your frying
to-
pan out.
But like
Get the frying pan.
you're with someone who can have kids, the curse of having kids. Get that vasectomy, guys. Get that vasectomy. And then Harrison
your
Ford getting a
husbands.
colonoscopy to Indiana Jones theme song. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. The airplane that was dropping tires, smashing cars. Woman dying after getting a butt lift. Didn't get to talk about
That
that.
one's sad
Never got.
because yeah.
Never got a chance. You got butt lift?
No. I was telling there's no time.
Mm.
It's a whole story that involves someone else. Anyway, the one plug,
All
the
right.
one place I live is Barrel Proof Lounge in Santa Rosa.
Woohoo.
It is a comedy club that has existed for almost a year, and there's a lot of free stuff going on, and I kind of just decided that that's my home. So if you want to catch me riffing, that will be your most likely bet.
Hydra Yoga Therapy, deep tissue massage, trigger point therapy, rolfing, structural integration, yin yoga, hot yoga, vinyasa yoga, yoga for the absolute beginner in San Jose. HydraYogaTherapy.com.
There we go. And then where do we catch everything that both of you do? Do you have a website, social medias, or where do you do it?
HydraYogaTherapy.com.
There you go.
I just bought a URL.
Yeah.
So there's nothing
So I
on
can
it
help
yet.
you develop that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it will be SiennaTheComic.com as opposed to Sienna the Not Comic. She's no funny.
She no funny.
She no funny.
All right,
All right.
Luke, and what do you got going on next week, bud?
Remember Measy number 7?
No.
No, he was a rapper. He was sitting in
Oh,
her
okay.
chair
Okay,
right
yeah, I
there.
remember Maisie. There you go.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I just want to make sure you know because I'm going to start sending you files, man.
All right.
You know, so yeah, I got him coming through next week. And like Patrick Lou would say, body positive, y'all. Is in my days, it was Roseanne Barr and the Fat Boys. So we had more equal body positive back in my day, right?
Maybe,
You know, I mean, there is no. We're trying to bring it back. There's no fat boys anymore, are they? Like no fat boys, no Biggie
Yeah.
Smalls.
Not big, really.
Well,
No.
Not big. Except for the fella in The Whale, right?
He's not even really fat.
Jonah.
That was a fat
the
suit,
the
right?
movie The Whale.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan
that was a fat
Fraser.
suit.
Oh, I heard he
Yeah.
put a lot of that weight on. I heard
Oh,
he
really?
was- yeah.
Well, that was. I don't know if we want to
That's
see fat people in that kind of light, though. I don't know if
Scary,
you've seen
yeah.
that, but he couldn't find his penis in the beginning, and I don't know why. I'm like, so those are just balls. That's not penis. I'm crap. Wait, hold on.
All right. On the way out, Luke, we're going to play one of Sienna's clips.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then
right.
your cat, all right?
We could
So,
do the one of them. They're both appropriate for dating apps.
Which one isn't appropriate though?
They all are. They can all have.
Oh,
to do
okay,
dating
all right.
apps.
all right, you guys on the way
14
out?
seconds or 28 seconds.
Enjoy.
Disappointed, young man. Do not disappoint. Are a dad with a shotgun and a comedian with a vendetta. And I'm talking to the guy, and he's super nice, but his pictures are 20 years old. Right? Like, why are they 20 years old? So I'm having this nice conversation with him, and I asked him, is there a way you can send me some updated photos, so I can have appropriately calibrated expectations? Right? Like, you don't want to expect the guy and get his grandpa